Menu narration option is set to off.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the New York Jets. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! 26-yard line.
Hands up! 318!
Check 56.
Get that quarterback at all costs! Hands up!
First and 10 for Dalton. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. You know, the best game of quarterback Andy Dalton's career arguably came against these Jets. He threw 5 touchdown passes and a 49-9 shellacking of Gang Green back in 2013.
Check nickel.
368!
Kill.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
First down at the 49-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From midfield here, Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing, Dalton. He completes it to Bryant. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Check. Go 368.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. D Ford, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Darnold. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I got you, boy.
Now it's Darnold. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Watch the slant. Hey, Mike 51.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And Eifert has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
3rd and 15.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
57's Mike. Mike 57. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Got to be careful here. Dalton over the middle. That's caught by Ross. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw from his end zone. Dalton, and an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Throw left side complete. That's Ross. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 83 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
This fielded at the 2. Then he'll make it across the 20, as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Now here's Ross. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to air one out. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Switch gears, switch gears. 2-2. Move. Regular.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And a loose football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
From the 29, Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Tavecchio is good. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 43. Ready.
Darnold now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. He was the leading receiver for the Jets the season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 30 on second down, Darnold hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Let's make these babies cry.
They go again with Cannon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Trenton Cannon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't they?
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Let's go. We got this. 368.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Once again, they run with Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They'll
run on first down. Bernard. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And an alley to run. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Jets.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
Here's Darnold. On the screen, this is Cannon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold complete to Crowder. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain there of 21 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing again is Darnold. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now it's Darnold. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. He completes it to Boyd. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do, don't let 89 go deep.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Dalton on the keeper.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bengals, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.